What's going on, my Jets family? I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Take Flight Spit and Fire podcast. So as you guys know, Coach Robert Saleh at the end of training camp usually gives us a press conference, talks about what's been going on with the players, gives updates, talks about, things that he's asked. As you guys may or may not know, on Twitter, I bring you that. So on Twitter, if you check, I always bring you, quotes from Robert Saleh, things that he said, player quotes, all that kind of stuff. But yesterday, in this August 2nd presser, Robert Saleh said something interesting about DJ Reed, and that's what the topic of today's conversation is going to be. We're going to talk about what Robert Saleh said about DJ Reed, and then I'm going to show you guys all the stats and numbers that support that DJ Reed really is as good as he says he is. Remember, he said he's a CB1, right? He said he's that good that his numbers are as good as anybody's, and we're going to talk about that. So, in yesterday's press conference, Robert Saleh was asked about DJ Reed. Asked a couple of questions on him. One of the things he ended with, which I thought was very interesting, he said what's sneaky about DJ Reed is he's got the arm length of a guy who's actually 6'1". So he said, even though his stature and height is obviously not that, he said DJ actually plays like he's 6'1". Said that he's got great foot speed, great movement, great instincts, and then ended with that he can handle any size wide receiver in this league. Now that's big. That's a big thing, because as we all know, DJ Reed's only 5'9". I'm about 5'8" myself. I know that's a pretty far jump from 6'1". It's a pretty good jump up there. That's huge that DJ Reed, like Coach Robert Saleh is saying, is, as we've seen, DJ Reed has been very successful in Seattle. We've talked about that, as you guys mentioned when we talk about, DJ Reed in the past. We've mentioned how, how good he was with Seattle, right? How last year he was really the only bright spot on that secondary in Seattle, right? So we bring him in, we ramp up our secondary. We're all really excited about DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner. But man, that's big about DJ Reed, right? That's big that Robert Saleh says that he really plays like he's 6'1", and he can cover anybody on the outside. So we know, like we said, we're super excited about what he brings to the table. We know that he plays like a top corner in the league. And remember, when he came in, one of the first interviews DJ Reed had. In fact, I believe it was really his first interview. They asked him about that, and remember, if you guys remember, he flat out said he's a CB1. DJ Reed said, I'm a CB1. I'm as good as anybody. So I put some numbers together, so I'm going to show you guys that. I'm going to show you the numbers and the stats that show what DJ Reed is talking about. So, to start off, did you know that last season, DJ Reed was the only corner in the entire NFL from week 4 on that played over 400 coverage snaps and didn't allow a single touchdown? The only one from week 4 on, the only cornerback. Also, last season, DJ Reed had the 4th lowest completion percentage allowed in the entire NFL. In fact, it was only 47.7%. That's damn low. Again, the 4th lowest completion percentage allowed in the entire NFL. And if that's not enough, remember, DJ Reed said, I'm a CB1, right? He said, my numbers compare with the best corners in the league. Well, I can show that right now. So if we look at two guys, we're going to look at Jalen Ramsey and we're going to look at Trayvon Diggs. Both Jalen Ramsey and Trayvon Diggs were Pro Bowlers and first-team All-Pro last year. So, both of them were first-team All-Pro, which, as we know, is a lot better than the Pro Bowl, right? The Pro Bowl is a popularity contest. First-team All-Pro is much bigger. So, Jalen Ramsey and Trayvon Diggs, 2 first-team All-Pros last season. Did you know that DJ Reed has a lower completion percentage against last season than both of them? He has a lower passer rating allowed than both of them. And he gave up fewer touchdowns than both of them. And again, both of them were first-team All-Pros. So this goes to show, just like DJ Reed said, he said, I'm a CB1. He said, I can match up with anybody. Well, this shows that, right? Robert Saleh points out, man, he plays like he's 6'1". He's got the arm span of a guy that is 6'1". Like Robert Saleh said, he feels he can cover anybody of any size in this league. And like we just showed with those numbers, man, DJ Reed wasn't lying. DJ Reed said he was one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL last year. Well, that's a fact. He was one of the best corners in the NFL. And like we just showed, 2 first-team All-Pros in Jalen Ramsey and Trayvon Diggs. DJ Reed was better than them in really the most important categories. So very, very interesting. So I'm excited about DJ Reed, man. I know a lot of Jet fans are. Be excited. He's one of those pieces that's going to make making our cornerback room one of the best in the league right now. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you can please subscribe to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.